You are listening to Single Smart Female. This is Jen, explaining the possibilities in your love life and examining your mantourage dating experiences. I am here to help you do life and love on your terms by tipping the scales of love permanently in your favor. So don't forget to text this episode to all of your single smart girlfriends, and let's get started. Hello, Single Smart Female. It's your romantic fairy godmama. Today, we are doing a listener question. Now, this listener question comes from California. She's 45, and she calls herself Miss I'm Trying. She says, "Dear Jen, I met a man online, and we had a great first date. We continued to date, and after a few weeks, he even invited me to his son's soccer game. I was hesitant, but went anyway. Things moved pretty fast. On Christmas, he took me on a magical weekend to Yosemite and told me he wanted more. I didn't respond, but in my head, took it seriously. 1 week later, he told me he wasn't ready and was nervous about moving forward. Well, I freaked out. I called it off. He continued to message me through social media, and I have met up with him when he asked and was intimate with him since. Here I am a month later and completely losing my shit because he only reaches out occasionally and mostly through my social media. I'm so confused, and I finally blocked him on all social media. I haven't heard from him since I did that last week. I know now I am hyper-focusing on him and have not contacted him. Did I do the right thing? Do I let it go and move on? We had such good times together, but he is so inconsistent. I'm confused and sad. I think your podcasts are amazing and so grateful to have found you. Please send help." Okay, Miss I'm Trying. You're getting help today. It might not be the kind you like, but you are getting help. I am sending help. Okay, so number one here. There was no mention of mantourage dating here. Okay, first off, every lady out there needs to understand something. I am not here to teach you how to date one man and to tell you exactly what to do with that one specific man. Mantourage dating is a lifestyle system that will tip the scales of love in your favor permanently. Okay? If you have no mantourage, you have no leverage. And yes, you now acknowledge that you're hyper-focusing, but you haven't done one thing to remedy it. These actions that you are taking with him mean nothing. They mean nothing because, again, there's no other romantic leverage. There's nothing else that you're exploring, nowhere else that you're going. You're making it all about him and what he's doing it to you and putting yourself in a victim mode that's not helpful to your love life. Adored women are not in victim mode, okay? That's not what we do because we hold the cards, all right? If it doesn't work out with one guy, it might not feel great, but ultimately we know that there's so many other options out there that we're going to get exactly what we want regardless, okay? That's the first thing. No mention of a mantourage here. No mention of mantourage dating. No mention of the magic of mantourage dating. So you're in basically purgatory right now, dating-wise, because you're driving yourself crazy. He's not driving you crazy. You are driving yourself crazy. Let me make that very, very clear. Okay, first thing I'm going to suggest to you is go to mantouragedating.com and get my free 3-day class. All right, so that's Mantourage is MANTOURAGE dating.com. Number two, a couple little nitpicky things here. Guidelines. These are, I've got more extensive guidelines for my women who work with me in Secret Society, but no meeting kids before exclusivity. I don't care if things are hot and heavy and everything looks really promising. Until you're in an exclusive relationship with somebody, no meeting kids. It's just off limits. And you need to go back and listen to all the different podcasts. There's quite a few episodes. Go through them. You'll learn why at one of those podcasts somewhere. And I wish I could tell you exactly which one. But no meeting kids before exclusivity. It's detrimental to your potential at exclusivity. And very important. Let's see. Was there anything else? Oh, also social media. You guys shouldn't be following each other on social media. There's just so many ways that goes wrong, and this is one of them. He's only contacting you through social media. I'll be honest with you, it's not a great sign for you right now. It doesn't mean it, like if you actually have a mantourage, it doesn't mean anything long term, but It's not one of ladies quit, not just you, ladies quit doing the social media thing with these guys. It's not truly helpful to your love life. If a man wants to talk to you, he can communicate with you either if you're on a dating app there or through text messaging. If you're feeling reluctant to give out your number, go ahead and get a Google number and use that for a while before you give him your real number. Okay. Number 3. Now, I'm going to use some harsh words here because sometimes I don't think this gets through. This isn't just for you, miss, I'm trying, which, by the way, I hate to tell you, I don't believe you're trying. But I'm going to use some harsh words today, but it's not just for you. It's for all women in your position. Because you put yourself into a hyper-focused position, and it's a choice that you make to be there, okay? You're not actively mantourage dating. You want me to come in or somebody else to come in and just fix the problem with you and make him fall in love with you and do all the right things. But because you're not taking your power in your hands, you're acting crazy pants in these different situations with him and losing your shit before, you should be losing your shit. Now, there are certain situations in life that, yes, losing your shit is absolutely warranted. Acting irrationally crazy pants, absolutely warranted. None of this required that. And if you were actively mantourage dating, you wouldn't be acting this way. Okay? That's what part of the purpose of the mantourage is, because you're experiencing your power. You're experiencing, yes, moments of vulnerability, but they're backed by power. And that your romantic existence doesn't hinge on this one man and what he does. Let me say that again. Your romantic existence, when you become an adored woman, when you understand your power, is not reliant on this one man and what he does. All of you ladies need to get this down into the depths of your soul. Okay? So you don't have to freak out when things happen. If he responds to you, he says he wants more, you know exactly what to say in that moment instead of just keeping quiet and then getting pissed if he turns around and changes his mind. Why? Because you know that if it doesn't work out with him, you're still going to get what you want. Okay? And there's no reason to lose your shit. And if his communication pattern changes, you can, like I did with my husband, yes, I get asked a lot, Jen, if your husband at the time when you were dating didn't contact you for 5 weeks at a time, how did you not feel utterly disrespected? Well, first off, I learned to stop wearing my feelings on my sleeves like they're a badge of honor, okay? Feelings can be deceptive. And we do not, as women, now, granted, we don't have to act like martyrs all the time, and we don't have to be stoic, but we do not have to act out any crazy feeling that we have. We do not have to lose our shit on people. It is not a requirement to be a woman. You can compose yourself. You can learn what you need to say. One of the things that I love the most that I help women with is teaching them sweet spot communication so they know how to communicate their feelings, where they're not just trying to gut somebody at the same time because they're feeling hurt. And I cannot tell you how receptive men are to this. Like, they will truly start to hear you for the first time because you're not coming at them with fangs or nails or claws out. All right? They hear you. They respect you. They actually care about your feelings when it's not an attack. But a lot of these attacks happen because, A, we think, because he did something and we were vulnerable, and that automatically merits just going into crazy pants mode and just unleashing on him. And it doesn't. It doesn't merit that. Are there a few instances it does? Yes, totally concede to that. We're not going into that today, but this was not the case. Composing ourselves, letting him know how we feel, and then acting on that and learning to turn into our mantourage at the same time because we recognize he's not our exclusive source of romantic possibility is game-changing. It's life-changing. It's love life-changing. And that is not an exaggeration in any means. In any way. In any way. Yeah, that's what I was trying to say. By any means. By any means. No exaggeration. This is something that you can learn to do. But it all starts, again, with that mantourage. And stop putting all of your eggs in this one guy's basket and expecting him to be responsible for all of your emotions and feelings. Because even in a relationship, the other person is not responsible for all of your emotions and feelings. But having a Mantourage dating experience and learning how powerful you really are and learning to explore your emotional realm in a way that is not torturing other people and torturing yourself, that part is game-changing as well. Self-discipline in our reactions is absolutely 100% necessary. Okay, Lover Girl, it's time for the final thought on today's show. To be a truly powerful, adored woman while dating, you must first recognize that your feelings are not his responsibility. Second, you need a Mantourage. Hey again, Lover Girl. Don't forget to subscribe to the show in your favorite podcast app, as well as share this episode with all of your single smart girlfriends. And if you are the woman who is ready to create the dating and love life experiences that others say don't exist, meet me over at secretsocietyofAdoredWomen.com to schedule your application interview.